The year is 2022. Our world is the most like Mad Max Fury Road that it's ever been, where mother's milk is more valuable than gold and Britney Spears has finally gone all Gary Busey. But worst of all, Poshmark changed their algorithm, and entire countries are at the brink of financial ruin. I'm Morgan Freeman. Tonight, we take a journey with one fashion reseller who is still trying to take a stand against the establishment, and create Poshmark listings that will actually sell. Despite all odds, she's managed to sell a few things for over $150. And she's willing to tell all, on this week's episode of Thread Level Midnight.
Oh, hi. Hey, I didn't even see you there. I was just trying to get some listing done on Poshmark, but I'm just not sure what to do.
Has this ever happened to you? You're trying to list something for sale on one of your favorite selling sites, but a disaster has occurred. Nothing is selling, not even FEMA or Serena Williams can help. Well, ask your doctor about...
As a wife, mother, and former beauty pageant winner, I love to look my best. That's why I'm so excited about Sticky Nips.
With Sticky Nips, I feel sexy, I feel excited, and I feel wow.
Sticky Nips is an amazing miracle product that women all over North America and Europe are raving about.
There's about 30 news alerts for nip slip.
Sticky Nips are like a fantasy come true. They've helped me get my
Poshmark sales
back.
Hey guys, Allison here, full-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, Depop, and Tradesy, and today I am here to tell you guys everything that's sold in April of 2022 for over $150. Okay, so we have this last month we sold a total of 63 items for a gross revenue of $8,672, and my net profit in resold clothing for last month was $4,267, which is excellent because the last 2 months, y'all probably know from my, if you've been watching my videos, that the last 2 months for me were not very good.
It was dark times, Harry, dark times.
This dress literally dyes my body blue, so I was just making sure that I didn't rub some on myself.
I'm afraid I just blew myself.
The last 2 months were kind of sad, and you know, we got like the Theranos of reselling apps to partially thank for that over here, but this last month was pretty good, and I have a lot of good things to share with you guys. My average sales price, my ASP, was $137.65, and my average net profit per item, so take home after platform fees, after shipping, after cost of goods and everything, was $67.73. So my goal is $70. I like there to be a net profit of $70 for each and everything that I source. My median number of days that these items sold was 23. So a lot of these things I sourced in the beginning of the month and I sold before the month was over. So I'm just really happy. My average profit margin was 49.21%. So as you can see, I did accept some lower things, but my total number of items sold was 63. The total number of items that I sold for over $150 was 18 items. So those 18 items are pretty good. So let's get into it. I'm excited to show you guys all of the cool stuff that I sold. Okay, coming in at number 18, this was the new with tag Free People Endless Summer Extra Tropical Open Back Maxi Dress in Wild Garnet. So this I actually got from a buy-sell trade store here in San Antonio. So I ended up getting this for only $24. When I looked it up, I saw that there was actually really good comps for this. The cool thing about this one, and I just was correct about this, was that this retailed for $118, and I'm kind of surprised. Like, I thought it would retail for more because, as you can see from the photos, it's a really wide dress with a lot of fabric. And so even the little new with tag price tag that I definitely left on and had the picture of in the listing said $118, but I priced it at $150. And after only 5 days, someone on eBay bought it for a full asking price of $150. So I ended up with a net profit of $111 and 11 cents actually. So there you go, for a 74% profit margin. So this one was from their Endless Summer. It's not an official diffusion line, but it kind of is. It's just not I don't know, but it's Endless Summer, and those are usually really good, like a lot of vacation pieces. This had a lot of blogger photos. I found some really good photos, man. So Endless Summer is a good one that you want to look out for, and then also their Bali collection, BALI. Those usually have a lot of like embroidery or beading and stuff like that. I swear I'm seeing blue right here. Doesn't it look like this thing right there? Maybe it's just a shadow. So that was a really good find. So in only 5 days, I managed to score $111. Okay, our number 17 was sold on Poshmark, and this was a new with tag likely Ella strapless maxi dress gown with a side slit in scarlet red in a size 4/small. So this was actually from that same buy sell trade store here in San Antonio, but just a different location. And this location has a lot of these Likely brand dresses. You can tell that they have some kind of liquidation deal or something, because all of their new with tag Likely dresses are like sample tags, and they're all between $25 and $38-ish. And this is like the 5th or 6th one that I've sold for 100 plus. So this one I sold on Poshmark for $150. And that gave me a net profit of $86 even, and that sold in 1 week. So I think the success of these has to do with prom a lot. I think these are really good prom dresses. Just really classic quality, classic lines, clean lines. You know, it's got a slit, it's got like a sexy little top, and it's a solid color. Boom, prom dress. So I definitely have a few more of those in my closet that are doing well as well. And then our number 16, this was one that I loved so much, and if it was in my size, I definitely 100% would have kept it. It's very sad. This was a new with tag Acler Aslo linen tailored scalloped zigzag navy blue midnight blazer in a size 6. So this actually, I don't think I would pick it up again for this price. For a lower price I would for sure. And I still don't know why this one didn't sell as well. So I actually purchased this for $80 from The RealReal. And I guess I was thinking, well, you know, $80 is an excellent price for a good Veronica Beard blazer that you can always sell for $250 plus. And this was new with tag. It was so unique, and it was 100% linen. It was a good size. So I just never understood honestly why this didn't sell for much faster and for much more. This took about 200 days to sell, and I finally just took an offer for $150 on eBay. So my net profit was only $53.82. So I don't know, I don't get it.
I understand nothing.
I guess it's just the thing with Acler is that you need to just be looking for their statement dresses. They're flowy, fun, unique dresses. That's where it is with Acler, and Acler is an extremely good brand. I would definitely recommend that brand, but I guess their suiting is just not nearly as popular. But I wish this was a size 8 or 10, maybe even 12, and I would have kept it so hard. Would have kept that thing so hard. All right, our number 15. This is a brand that I have just stayed the hell away from. It's just, whenever I've found it, it's just looks so ugly and outdated and like early aughts, but in a bad way. This was the New Without Tag Amanda Uprichard Annalise White Organza Gingham Mini Dress Medium. And this was at a buy-sell trade store in Austin. And I saw it, I was like, okay, like this looks at least modern. It's in excellent condition. It's kind of cute, like it's this gingham organza, like the fabric was nice. And it was on season, right? So I looked it up and comps were excellent. So it's like, okay, because they only had it priced at $22. So I priced this sucker at $155. And when I woke up the very next morning, it had sold for full asking price. So my net profit on this little guy right here was $102. So that's kind of crazy. I guess that was just a kind of like go with your gut thing on that one. Because everything else about that brand, anytime I'd ever seen it before, just said, absolutely not. Like, stay away from that. So, but not that one. That one was a good one. Okay, our number 14. I liked this one. This is a Nuitag Zimmerman Alia scalloped high-rise floral print linen shorts in a size US 4. So this one, I talked a few weeks ago in my unconventional tips and tricks for reselling. Yeah. I talked about how I would put out an ad on nextdoor.com for a free clothing donation porch pickup. And I got a few bites on that, like where I got a lot of free inventory that 99% of the time was like pretty much total crap as far as reselling goes. But it was really good stuff to just send all of it into ThreadUp and get money back in partner kits. So this actually isn't one of those from a partner kit, but I did keep in touch with a few of the ladies that I met from the Nextdoor app, and a couple of them were really like very well off. Like, let's just say that their house had a round driveway and not a straight driveway. I sold these shorts in 9 days for $180. I probably could have gotten more, but I was excited. I don't know. But so that gave me a net profit of $95. So, you know, it really does help to tell people what you do. There's not everybody is going to understand that, what we do, but a lot of people will, and you can get a lot of badass stuff that way. That's all I will say. And Zimmerman is really, I mean, if you don't know about Zimmerman, like, just go and watch a couple of their most recent runway shows. They are definitely great to source for spring, summer. Their dresses are bonkers, and even their shorts too. Like anything that's like garden party. Our number 13 was from the brand Alexis. New Without Tag Lee cotton long sleeve structured romper in safari beige in a size small. I got this at a buy-sell trade store in Austin for $55. I love the brand Alexis.
Oh my god, ew, David!
And I looked this one up. At first, I didn't know if it was going to be too plain. Alexis has been around for a little while, and they have the same tag, so it can be hard to tell if something, like how old or new it is. But I looked this one up, and actually one of the most recent bachelorettes from the titular show, The Bachelorette, wore this. I want to say Michelle Young. Hopefully I'm right. I'm not going to look it up right now. She wore this romper. And so I ended up accepting an offer on Mercari, actually, for $190, which gave me a net profit after I paid $6.18 for shipping, because I do offer free shipping on Mercari. Since they have fewer fees, Mercari ends up being about a 13-ish% selling fee as opposed to Poshmark's 20%. So I offer free shipping, and I feel like that kind of helps buyers. There tend to be a little bit cheaper buyers on Mercari on the whole. But anyway, so that's like literally the only platform that I offer free shipping on everything. My net profit on this romper was $104. So that is great. 54% profit margin. Love Alexis. Okay, our number 12. This one is the result of a thread up partner kit, and this one was for Reformation. This is a new tag Reformation Belgium linen midi dress in white, and this was a size 0. So this one, like I was saying earlier, I sent in a bunch of all free inventory for a thread up partner kit in exchange for credit to reformation.com. And so my cost of goods was 0, and I carefully decided on what dress I should get because I only had about $240, $250 in credit. And I decided on this one based on supply and demand. I try to pick something that not only has a lot of demand, so a lot of good sold comps, and then maybe even some blogger photos, you know, photos other than just the Reformation stock photos, because that just shows you that there's extra demand for it. And then also if there's barely any left, like if you're just catching the tail end of the quantities left on the site, like you want to look for pieces that have like all but 1 or 2 sizes left, like they're selling out really fast, and hopefully if you will snag one of the last ones. And so if somebody wants that particular dress or piece, they're gonna have to buy yours because they can no longer get it on the site, and then you can still drive up the price. So that's what you're looking for. So I don't ever buy things quickly on retail arbitrage when I have this site credit. I'm kind of meticulous about what I purchase. But anyway, this actually, I took the advice of a lot of my Instagram friends, and I didn't even take this dress out of the packaging to list it. I just put up the really good stock photos, which there were a lot of really good stock photos with this one, and I just plopped the dress in its clear packaging on this table back here, and it sold in about 5 hours for $220, making my net profit $174.28. So I love Reformation, especially when it is a new tag, current as hell style. Yeah, like it's not even one of my top favorite brands because I just feel like it's such a given. Like you don't even need to know that much about it. It's just so good all the time. Anyway, my number 11, this was a really good one. This was a brand that I had heard of, like kind of just in passing, but I knew just through passive research that it could sell for a lot. This was at a different buy-sell trade store in Austin, one that I don't go to that much, but when I do, I've actually had some of my highest net profits from this store, but it just kind of takes a little bit of work. But anyway, this was a new with that tag, Hail Bob, Even Song, silk beaded velvet floral maxi dress. And they also carried this at Anthropologie. So this brand, Hail Bob, you can tell pretty quickly right away if you look at the comps on Poshmark that it's been around for quite a while, and that there's a lot of styles that, you know, didn't get picked up by Anthropologie and aren't that great. And even though they retailed for a lot, they're just very plain and outdated looking and just not special looking. And they don't have good stock photos, and they're just kind of plopped online, and then they're selling for like $30-$40. But this was not the case for this dress, and I could tell right away when I saw it. It was in perfect condition. It was so gorgeous. Just these like jewel tones with this burnout velvet and these iridescent dark seed beads everywhere, and it had really good stock photos. This was only priced at $32, so I think it was literally the only thing I bought on that trip to that store, but I was so happy. And I just knew that it would sell. Like the data was there was a couple really high sold comps for this one, and it took 11 days to sell, and I got an offer for $225 on eBay. So this gave me a net profit of $170.37. So I was very correct about that one, and yeah, that was just like a right place, right time kind of dress, and so beautiful. And I hope that that person really enjoys it.
So I hope you two are very happy together, pervert.
Okay, our number 10, top 10. This was really nice. This was a new with tag Ulla Johnson Spring Summer 2022 Amira ruffled cotton poplin midi dress in black. So I actually did pay up for this one. I got it from Mercari and I paid up $115. So that is a lot, but I knew that it would sell quickly because the main thing that I noticed about it was that I didn't even know that this was about to happen, but Ulla Johnson, starting in 2022, has a brand new label, like a new label, like the font is a little bit different, the color and the sizing is a little bit different. So Ulla Johnson is now going to have a new tag and an old tag. It's definitely not going to be like Mara Hoffman, where anything old tag is like crap and everything new tag is amazing. Like obviously old tag Ulla Johnson, which we'll get some have some getting used to, just saying that, is still like the bomb.com. So anyway, this sold in 2 weeks on eBay for $225. So my net profit was $80.68. So it still brought up my net profit that I want to keep it right around 70. It still brought up my net profit and it sold fairly quickly, $80. And it was a great dress. And so I was just really glad to get to experience firsthand that new label too. Okay, our number 9 was one of my favorites of probably this year so far. This was Self-Portrait, which may or may not be in my top favorite brands. This was Self-Portrait, emerald green, chiffon lace, bow midi dress in a size 4. And I did put the words Zoe Deutsch in the title because her beautiful ginger face was one of my favorite stock photos that I've seen yet, with her beautiful red hair against the green fabric, and I plopped her right there on the cover photo and I just loved it so much. And I think it helps me sell it. I really enjoyed having that dress. And this dress, it was not one of the self-portrait dresses that's like frilly, girly, guipure lace type of dress. It was more of their like dark academia, like secretarial, not secretariat, that is a horse.
Ain't you that horse that won all them races?
Really versatile type of dress. And it also reminded me of Atonement. If you are a literature geek, you might know the book Atonement, where Keira Knightley, not in the book, but you know, Keira Knightley in the movie wore that green dress. And it's just kind of funny. Here's a little literature aside, if you're familiar. It's kind of funny that this dress has the word bow in the title, because if you know the book Atonement, which this dress looks a lot like that one, then it's pretty fitting. If you know, you know. I did pay up for this one. I think I bought it on Mercari or eBay. I'm not entirely positive. For $120. Yep. And this whole transaction is very similar to the Ulla Johnson dress that I just talked about, because I bought that one for $115, sold it for $225. I bought this one for $120, sold it for $240. So extremely similar, and they actually both sold in 2 weeks. And so this one, my net profit was $72. So it was still right there at my target profit, so that is great. Number 8, this was a really cool one. So this was my first time selling sunglasses. These were the newest tag Garrett Late and Jenni Kayne collab, gradient sunglasses in olive tortoise. So these I actually got a really cool way, speaking of Instagram and networking. Someone that I follow, one of my Instagram friends, hooked me up with this consignment store in New York where she lives. Every once in a while, she'll do like kind of a live shop where she goes to the store and she takes pictures of stuff that they have for sale, and us, her followers, can basically shop those items directly with the store. So this was one in that situation. And I had never heard of Garrett Late either, but he has a pretty good following. It's just an eyewear brand. Actually really good sold comps on Poshmark for sunglasses of 200 plus. So I went for it because these were only $78. They were brand new. They had the case, the cleaning cloth, and everything. I sold them in about 3 hours for $250. So my net profit on these sunglasses was $122. So, you know, the data was there. This wasn't one of those times when I was an expert in this brand. I definitely know that Jenni Kayne is an excellent brand. It goes for a lot on the resale market, but I didn't know this brand. And I mean, it's just really cool, like that feeling of when you're finally validated for, you know, sometimes emotion goes into it too, but you did your research, and it feels really good when you finally get that offer and you're about to make over $100 on something. It's just an amazing feeling.
Hello, rich people, Troy's joining you.
Anyway, number 7. So this one I actually showed you guys a couple weeks ago on my Everything I Sourced This Week video. Sourced, not this week, but that particular respective week. This is a new tag Reformation Hollyhock sleeveless bridal crepe wedding dress in ivory in a size 8. So this one I found at a buy-sell trade store in Austin. I saw that it was Reformation and it was a white maxi gown, and I saw that it was only $35, but the tag said as is. And so I was like, God dang it. But then I saw that the only reason that it was as is was because it had been dragged on the floor, and kind of like the front and the bottom had all of those gray dust stains that you find so much all too often, in fact, at consignment stores or definitely thrift stores, when they have something that is long and they let it touch the floor. And it happened so much. And I talked about it then, so I'm not going to go too much into it now. I will link the video up here where I talk about it, but I basically discovered that those will completely come out if you use some Dawn dish soap and some elbow grease, and you just rub the dish soap into that dust stain and it comes right out. I did have to end up soaking this entire dress in water, just because since it was solid white, even though I did get the dust stains out, it had that water line and when it dried, so I had to end up getting the entire dress wet. And I just had to very carefully, I had to rig up this whole situation where I had the tag and the towel very delicately on the side where the tag didn't get wet. It was kind of a lot, but it was only $35. And once I got that stain out, I sold it in 20 days on eBay for $275, and it was actually to someone in the UK, so they actually paid an extra $30 something for this Reformation dress that I got for $35. So net profit of almost $200 on that dress is really amazing. 70% profit margin on that one. Our number 6, getting exciting now. You guys would not believe how many Veronica Beards are in my top 6, which, I love her so much. Okay, so number 6, I sold on Mercari. This is a new without tag Veronica Beard steel speckled pink tiger eye button wool blend blazer in a size 14. This one I actually got from a consignment store in Austin, and they actually had posted it on their Instagram. So I think I've given you guys this tip before. Whenever you discover a new buy-sell trade store, you need to check and see if they have Instagram and if they sell directly through their Instagram when they get new and exciting things in. They had it priced at only $70. This blazer sold on Mercari in only 11 days for $290. So my net profit on this blazer was $169.81. Our number 5 was actually a tradesy sale that did not get returned. Can y'all believe it? I totally thought I was going to get returned, and I actually got paid out today for it, so it's like official and everything. So this was a Nuitag Marchesa knot pleated metallic strapless pink maxi dress in a size 6. This was from a consignment store in Austin, the same one that I found that Free People dress. This was only priced at $35. I'm not sure why. Like, that's pretty crazy. And I got a message on Tradesy, and they asked me like how soon I could ship it out because they needed it for an event. And I took the chance on this one. Like, I took a chance. So I had this priced at $315. She said, if you will cover the shipping cost to get this dress to me in 3 days, then I will buy it right now. And since I only had $35 into this dress, I went ahead and said, okay, like I said, she didn't return it. I would have been pretty mad if she had returned it. But so my net profit was still $158.50. So, and by the way, that was the same day that I had listed it. So that was another big factor of why I was so game to do that with her, because $158 in one day is like, you shouldn't really pass that up. And this was actually my first time selling that brand, so like I didn't really know if it was gonna be worth holding on to it for a higher profit. So I went ahead and did it, and I have no regrets. So now I know that that's a really good brand, and I had definitely seen it on like a lot of times when I do research on Poshmark just to see what brands are selling, so I just am better at my job. I've seen this a lot, so now I finally sold it too. Number 4 is an eBay sale, and this one is one that also sold in only 1 day, 0 days technically. This was a Veronica Beard Jack Equestrian Riding Blazer Jacket with contrasting collar in a size 0. This blazer is a pretty sought after style. The comps for it are really great, and the only reason why this was priced so low and why it hadn't sold was because it had a coffee stain on one of the sleeves. And when she told me that it was coffee, I sent her an offer. I think she had it listed for $110, and I think I sent her like an offer of like $75, and then she countered at $85, and I accepted. And so with shipping and tax, it ended up being $100. So I did the stain treating. On the sleeve, and after 3 different kinds of treatments in 1 day, I finally got it out. You guys, I listed this blazer. It sold in the same day for $319. So my net profit on this blazer was $179, and that's a 56% profit margin. So that was great. I just love Veronica Beard. I just love finding those things that other people, for whatever reason, and if I was one of those buyers looking for blazers for myself, I wouldn't have bought that either, It was just sitting down there in when I sorted price lowest to highest. So whether it's terrible photos, whether it's they only have stock photos and no photos of the actual item, or they just don't provide you with the information that you need for the peace of mind to buy it, or maybe they don't answer comments, they don't give people measurements, like all that stuff. Like, I don't care about measurements, and there's always buyer protection. So if you buy something and they lied about something or whatever, you can return it. Our number 3 was another Veronica Beard. This was a Nuitag Veronica Beard Zane checked cotton blend tweed blazer. Tweed blazers are actually, how Poshmark will actually, I think it's just on the feed, sometimes it'll just have a little section that tells you what's trending. it was actually tweed blazers has been on there for a while. Not that like I listen to anything that Poshmark says at all whatsoever, but anyways, tweed blazers are in, you know, Veronica Beard blazers are always in, but especially if they're tweed. So anyway, I actually must have been high when I bought this though, because I didn't even realize like later on when I was listing it and I was putting my cost of goods at the bottom that I did pay up for this $160. That's like, usually I try not to go over like 100, like maybe 115, but the comps, the sold comps for this blazer did support my purchase, my extravagant purchase. And there was a pretty big gap between used and brand new with tag, and this was new with tags. And so I knew that this would sell even though I did pay up a lot. And also, here's another tip for shopping on the RealReal. If an item is new with tag, but for whatever reason, whether it's just like minor pilling even, they won't actually mark it as new with tag. But if you actually go into the item, like click through to the item where it has all the details on it, it'll say includes tags. If you actually filter though, like you do your search and then you further filter for new with tag, those items will still show up there, even if they're not technically marked as new with tag. So that was one way that I found this one that was new with tag, even though it wasn't marked as, because it had light pilling. So I got rid of the pilling really fast. So anyways, I feel like I've told y'all that before, so sorry, but so anyway, this one sold on Poshmark in only 10 days, and this got a lot of attention, actually a lot. The character of Rachel on Inventing Anna actually wore this, which I did watch that show, and I knew that, so I put a picture of her in there. So this sold for $325 on Poshmark in only 10 days. So my net profit, even though I spent $160 on it, my net profit was $100 even. So that is great. $100, I've said it before, if I could net $100 on every single thing that I sold, that would be amazing. Okay, here's our number 2. This is also Veronica Beard. This is the new with tag Veronica Beard set with the Eris jacket and Honolulu pants and embroidered blush moire, M-O-I-R-E. So I bought the pants and the blazer from separate places. I bought the blazer in a bundle on Poshmark, and I bought the pants on eBay, I think. And I spent $175 combined on the two of them. They were both new with tags, and they had a couple of really good stock photos, which is basically why I ended up getting them, because they were styled so well and the photos were so good. And a lot of times that's something really needs that extra kick so people can envision themselves looking just like that. But anyway, this one took a little while to sell, which I bought it out of season too, and now that we're in springtime, it made a lot more sense to buy it. So it took 107 days to sell, which is still pretty good. And so I sold this set for $350. My net profit was $134.31. So that is pretty good. I don't know if I would buy this set again, just because it did take a while, and this set actually retailed combined for well over $1,000. It's this particular technique that this fabric was priced much higher than her blazers usually are even. So I guess I just felt like for the retail price that I could have gotten more. So this whole thing kind of had a little bit of an air of disappointment. But I mean, I still made $134. I guess I just felt like, I had this matching set that it would have given me a better profit. But I mean, I still shouldn't complain, because that's an excellent profit. $134. And then our number 1, if you follow me on Instagram, you are well aware of this. This was the new with that tag Mara Hoffman Amy popcorn color block 2-tone tinsel modal cloak long sleeve midi dress. So this one was definitely one of those where it got so much attention, and I think I could have sold it for much higher actually, because I looked at some more comps today, but that's fine. Because this sold in 2 days, and I actually paid up on this one. I bought it on Depop, and I paid up $243. I mean, I talked the seller down a tiny bit, but rightfully she wouldn't budge that much. But I just knew this particular fabric by Mara Hoffman, there's a few dresses, like 3 or 4 different styles in this kind of fabric, this popcorn fabric, that were one of the hottest styles of last year, like extremely popular. There are some sold comps in this same fabric, but this different dress that's like colorful and it has like a little bit more architecture to it, that we're selling for like nearly $1,000. So if you ever see one of these, buy it. So I sold this for $446 through PayPal. So they sent me an offer on Poshmark for $446. I sent them a bundle message, a message inside of a bundle saying basically, hey, would you be interested in doing this transaction on PayPal? And you cannot say the words PayPal within Poshmark, so I used the blue P emojis, PP.
God, I hope it's urine.
And luckily, she knew what I was talking about, and she was totally game for taking this transaction to Instagram and PayPal. And this is where I was able to tell her my IG, I.G. because you can't get flagged for saying words that are known to be associated with taking, with doing off-platform transactions. It is technically against the rules, but it would have destroyed my profit to give Poshmark $90. This 20% of $446 is $89, and I was not gonna do it. Not after this stuff, not on this one. I needed that $89 to get the profit that I wanted. So I lucked out that she was game. She was very enthusiastic. She said, let's do it. I was able to direct her to my Instagram that was on my Poshmark profile. She DM'd me 2 minutes later, and we had a PayPal transaction, and she said she's gonna wear it to a wedding. She paid me $446. I was able to offer her included shipping. She would have had to pay more in shipping through Poshmark, so it really is a win-win for buyer and seller. My net profit after the $13, I believe, that PayPal took as their fee instead of $89, my net profit was $189.62, and that sold again in 2 days. So that was probably my favorite. I didn't think that I was going to get one of those, and I probably honestly could have sold it for $600, but it retailed for like in the $500s. So coulda, woulda, shoulda, I guess, but like I don't want to think that way. I was just looking at some sold comps when I was doing my spreadsheet earlier, and I was like, wow, some of these popcorn dresses, like I think I could have really held out, but I got so many likes, so much attention. I got so many follows on all platforms from this dress. Okay, so that is it, you guys. I would like to wish everyone a sincere good luck with Poshmark. Everyone involved, all parties, and hopefully we'll get sorted out soon, but probably not.
Definitely not.
Thank you so much. I love all you guys so much, and I hope you enjoyed seeing all my stuff that sold for the most. So see you guys next time. Bye.